Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is a replay sent to me by Muztang from the MI6 clan, one of the officers at MI6 who's always up for a platoon, a laugh, a good time, and she often carries at clan wars, platoons and strongholds. In this replay, Mustang's in a Su-100, the Tier 6 Russian tank destroyer. The Tier 6 Russian tank destroyer, the Su-100, which is generally regarded for in random battles as a pretty good tank. It's got very good alpha damage. The rate of fire isn't too bad and it often carries games. And in this game you're going to see Mustang dishing out the damage, playing like a good team player and having a really awesome game. You can see on the mini-map we're on, what are we on? What's the map called? Sand River. Not many people have gone to the north. So Mustang is quite correctly staying back a little bit and waiting for opportunities to arise. The ELC's been spotted, so has the IS-2 down at the south and the Leo, the Leopard. Muz is just waiting for an opportunity while she sits in the bushes back near base. Now when I first saw this replay I thought this isn't going to be a campy game, is it? Of course it's not. If you've ever platooned with Mustang or seen any of her replays, she very, very rarely camps at the back if she's not playing artillery. And she's just having a look at that KV-1S. Now she's not top tier in this game. It's quite easy to have a good game when you're top tier in a lot of tanks. But this is a tier 7 match. There's only 3 tier 7s on each side. But the Su-100's gun shouldn't have any problem penetrating the tanks. 316 damage into that AMX, which is one of the top tier tanks, the AMX M445. It's a tank I struggled with, and mainly because it has no armour. It doesn't really matter where you shoot that tank, you'll penetrate 9 times out of 10. She's looking at the mini-map, and as I am now, looking at the mini-map, Mustang's team has a good presence in the south. They should comfortably win that engagement in the south, going by the amount of tanks that are down there. But up in the north, it's only the T-29 all alone now, and even though the T-29 is top tier and it's a very good tank, he's up against about, I'd say about 8 enemy tanks. So Mustang's doing the right thing, using the T-29's vision to spot the tanks and sniping from a safe distance. If those tanks get past Mustang and her Su-100, they could easily flank the Su-100 and take her out of the game. Unlucky for that shot on the KV-1S not to connect, because that would have been a kill, but it wasn't quite fully loaded. Auto aims at the M4, which can be a dangerous tank even though it's only tier 5. It does have that derpy gun, and the T-29 gets taken out. And Mustang hopes for a lucky shot before those enemy tanks disappear. They're no longer being spotted by the T-29. Now Muz isn't going to run like the T-20 suggests. She's going to stay there and provide some sort of protection for their cap, because they're about to be overrun. So just got shot from Type T-34, which I think is a Chinese medium tank, but as long as that T-34 doesn't get her sides, she should be okay. Bounces a shot. You can see the armour at tier 6. The armour isn't too bad. She's only risking less than 100 damage per shot from that T-34, and she takes him out and evens up the score. Now the AMX M445 is the one that's spotting her, and she knows that. So she's turning her attention to that French heavy tank. He's only on 200 hit points, so one shot should be enough. Auto aims as she rolls over the hill and takes him out of the game. Gets down to a bit of a low position in this dry river. And look at the minimap, you can see the Panther, the Panther, which is top tier. Also the 300D 1D, the VK, the tier 6. Is coming down, but she takes out the Panther, which is another top tier tank, top tier gun, out of the game. The Bishop's in trouble by the looks of it, but Mustang's getting to a safe distance where she's going to continue to defend the base. You can see, even though the Bishop's been taken out of the game, tanks on Muz's team are coming down onto that ELC AMX, the little Tier 5 French light tank, which is a very, very good tank at Tier 5. Muz is going up to the north of her base to try and find that VK 30.01D, the Tier 6 German medium tank. Now, as usual with these replays, the mods and the settings are from my point of view, not from Mustang's. So it might look a little bit different to her, but she's looking out for other tanks which might be pushing over the top. Looking for a cheeky shot into that Skoda. The Skoda T25 is a very, very handy Tier 6 tank. It's one of those tanks that's often used in skirmishes and clan wars with a 3-shot autoloader and a 7-second reload. So in 7 seconds it can use its auto loader to dish out 300 damage, which is pretty handy for a Tier 6 medium tank. Skoda gets taken out, as does the AMX ELC by Muz's teammates. Muz has picked up 3 kills, but she's still got a bit to go. You can see the damage counter. She's done 2,299 damage. That's the damage that's been spotted during the game. And now she's looking at what else is happening. Where are the rest of the tanks? The PZ and the IS-2, the top tier IS-2, is down the bottom of the map. There's no chance Muz is going to get there in time. So she's hoping for the VK3001 to pop up from the north, which is why she's pointing her gun that way. It's a pretty groovy looking camouflage she's got on her tank, and I'm tipping this is one of the tanks that she's, even though she's probably gone through the tech tree, this is one of those tanks that she's keeping because it is a fun little tank at Tier 6. I no longer have it, but I remember having a great time when I went through that line. Normally when I play Tier 6s it's in my Cromwell, which people are probably sick of seeing me in the Cromwell, but it's that's a pretty handy tank as well. So Muz is starting to get aggressive now. Move forward. She's got 400 health nearly, and as you can see, nobody else is really going for that VK, and he's got 770 hit points. He's full health, so the ELC is doing a good job keeping him lit, and the ELC has just put 270 damage into that VK. That's why the ELC AMX is such a handy tank, especially at the end of the game. It's got a good alpha damage, even though it's a light tank, and in this game it's bottom tier. So the VK is concentrating on that ELC, so Muz is just going to keep him in front of her gun. He's still not looking at Muz, so Muz is just making the most of it, but the ELC does exactly the right thing, takes him out of the game. Artillery fires and misses by 1.5 inches, which is always a good thing to happen when you're not playing artillery. And now it's just a clean up, looking for that AMX-13 AM, the Tier 5 French artillery. Muz has done over 2,500 damage. WN8 is massive. The AMX fires and misses. Muz can risk a shot, picks up her 4th kill and brings the damage up to 2,900. And what a result for the Mustang in the Su-100 Tier 6 Russian tank destroyer. She's picked herself up a mastery badge as well as a swag of other medals, including the shell proof for blocking more damage than what her hit points are. That was at the start of the game when those light tanks kept shooting at her and kept bouncing off her angled turret. Duelist for killing at least 2 enemies that did damage. Fighter for 4 or 5 kills. Fire for effect. And of course a high caliber, because you see on the second page the results. Mustang absolutely, even though it didn't look like she was being that aggressive, she absolutely carried the game. 2,908 damage for her 4 kills, and that's what gave her a base experience of 1,228 base experience. That's without a double, but there is a bonus in that experience because she was not top tier. If you're not top tier, you get a little bit extra experience, win, lose or draw. Detailed report, she fired 12 shots. A couple of them were blind shots or not fully aimed shots, but 9 of them hit and all 9 of them went through, and that's what gave her a 2,900 damage. And only 740 of that was from a distance of more than 300 metres, so she wasn't sniping from the back. She was getting right in there, especially in the middle and late parts of the game. I hope you've enjoyed this replay on the Su-100, the Tier 6 Russian tank destroyer, which is a fun little tank to play. It's a tank I haven't played for a while, but watching this replay makes me realise how good it can be. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you all next time.